Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Back to me, Maulida Hasana from Maulana Malik Ibrahim Malang State Islamic University from Chemistry Department. As this video, I will present my summary about water analysis that represented by how to take sample, how to preservation the sample, analyze contamination and contamination from regions. Firstly, I will present how to take sample and the preservation. Sampling is collecting a material in a small volume for research that still represent the properties of the material in large quantities. There is steps to sampling. First, make sure that sample is representative. Taking samples must be representative, meaning that the material to be used as a test or the material to be studied must be representative of the material in large quantities. Secondly, transport and preservation of samples. In taking samples, it is necessary and sometimes required transportation and preservation of samples because the sampling location is far away and waiting for their turn to conduct research due to limited tools. Transport and preservation of the sample is needed to keep the sample from changing its properties and component until the research will be carried out. The third, chemical and physical analysis. Sample will be analyzed chemically and physically. Um, for preparation, a place for men store samples must be sterile without contaminants. The sampling device must also be clean and free from residues from the old samples, such as mold, mildew, etc. Contamination of sampling equipment must be prevented or can dissolve in the sample. Taking samples at a certain depth because a certain surface and depth have different conditions and contents. Provide a closed bottle or with some kind of suction pump. Samples from water faucets can be taken with bottles to be closed. Automatic samples for a tool. Automatic sampler is a tool for taking consecutive samples. Sampling special tools. First, suction pipe or limited depth of about 5 meters below the tool. To take a sample, the working concept is the same as volume pipette, which is to take a solution using a suction ball. The sample taken is also not on the surface because of course the material on the surface. There are still other components, so that the sample is taken from a depth of 5 meters below the surface. Secondly, pump hours to control sampling or use stopwatch. Next, tool for dividing samples into bottles for mixed sample, and the last is isothermic box to contains a bottle of mixed sample with cooling to preserve the sample. Secondly, I will present my summary about analyte contamination. Contamination is the entry of unwanted compounds into the sample that will change the nature, mass, and concentration of the sample. Contamination sources of contamination in samples can come from atmosphere, equipment, water, and regions. Contamination is defined as the entry of unwanted compounds into the sample during the sample pre-treatment process and during analysis. Contamination at atmosphere derived from particulate trace elements on the soil surface. To avoid it, we can cover the sample solution during the preparation and analysis process. Contamination operators analysis by direct contact or by air. Contamination equipment borosilicate glass is usually caused by the dissolution of the container by the solution. And the next is contamination water. To reduce it, it is passed through an ion exchange resin column, or at least two distillation are carried out. They are mainly derived from particulate trace elements on the soil surface and suspend material in the atmosphere. The simplest way to avoid atmospheric contamination of samples is to cover the sample solution during preparation and analysis. Contamination by operator. Analysis can be a source contamination to the samples to be analyzed either through direct contact with the operator or through the air. Human skin is reported to contain the following metals: Be 0.02 ppm, Co 0.7 ppm, Cuprum 0.75 ppm, Ag 0.035 ppm, Aurum 0.002 ppm, Pb 210 ppm, Cg 1.1 ppm, Zinc 6.195 ppm, As 0.07 ppm, and A and Cl can be transferred to the sample through the operator's breath, dust, and cigarette smokes. Contamination from equipment. Glassware. Glass in analytical chemistry means borosilicate glass such as Pyrex and Jena, unless otherwise specified. Contamination of samples from glass is usually caused by attack or dissolution of the container by Pyrex and Jena solution, which are resistant to weak acid and base, but are less resistant to strong acid and strong base. For the analysis of Si, B, aluminum, natrium, and kalium, it is better not to use Pyrex bottles. HSG or high silica glass type is more resistant to solution and heat attack up to 900 Celsius degree. Glass utensils are washed using a 1 mixture of natrium of sulfate acid concentrate and HNO3 better than mixture of Cr2O7 and sulfate acid or H or H2SO4. Contamination from water can reduce by passed through an ion exchange recyclone or at least two distillation are carried out. Thirdly is reagent contamination. Reagent solvents. The use of reagents and solvents is very influential in the accuracy of the analysis results. Therefore, it is necessary to use a high level of purity both the acid used, reagent, and solvent or water. This can affect the minimum blank value so that the LOD obtained is low. Reagent contamination. First, mineral acid and ammonia. Mineral acid contains a number of metals divided into three, namely extra pure acid, containing low levels of metals, ultra pure containing low metal. Ultra pure containing low metal concentrations, and analytical reagents usually containing metals. Ammonia will be contaminated by silica, aluminum, calcium, and other elements which can be caused by attacking alkaline solution on glass too. Inorganic solid. Number 2. Inorganic solid. Purification is usually done by crystallization or filtration. Number 3. Organic reagent contains coordination-bonded ligand, commonly derived from solvents used in the synthesis of ligands preparation steps, separation and determination of analyte loss from sample solution by adsorption, volatilization, and precipitation factors. That's all from me. I'm sorry when I have some mistakes. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.